Well, hello there, Alex.
Hi Vicky, how are we?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I've dressed up for the occasion today. Haven't
Oh,
done any fancy dress parties to go through this year, so I figured what an opportunity to work out the I'm a Celeb year. Got the
why?
hat on if you want to.
Put the hat on, put it on. Yeah, so everyone, just to do quick introductions, my name is Vicky Newman. I'm one of the senior celebrity reporters for Mirror Online, and I'm joined today by Alex Apathy, who is a PR executive at Ladbrokes, and he's going to be talking me through everything we need to know about I'm a Celeb betting, basically. But Alex, before we get into that, how are you enjoying the series so far?
I'm actually really. I'm going to take this off. My head has grown quite a lot in lockdown somehow, but no, I'm
Yeah,
actually really enjoying it. Yeah, as always with when I'm a Celeb comes around, it's brilliant. The build up to see kind of which names are going to be announced, and then obviously seeing them. Obviously, we used to seeing them jumping out of helicopters into the
yeah.
Australian outback, and this year we're seeing them falling off cliffs in North Wales. So it is quite the difference, but it is very good. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Some great names in there.
Yeah, definitely. I'm loving it so far. I am sort of waiting for a bit of friction. You've it's a bit mean, I guess, but everybody likes that little bit of friction in camp, don't they? It keeps things
Mm,
juicy and we
yeah.
all we all enjoy it, we can't lie
Mm.
about that.
I think there's a proven formula. I think less stars means more drama. So the you remember a couple of years ago there was a series where it became quite boring, to be honest, because the campmates were doing so well and winning all
Yeah.
the trials, and everyone's eating well, so everyone's getting on. What you want is people
No,
coming up with no stars and arguing, I guess.
we want fights. We want fights. So yeah, so who's the favourite at the minute? Because it's been a big change, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, when the series started, it was Shane who we priced up as favourite, or I think we had Shane and Giovanna. Maybe Mo Farah was at the head of the betting as
Mm.
well. But for obvious reasons, I guess airtime plays a massive part in this. But Jordan is now favourite. I think he's 7-4, so just shy of 2-1. So if you have a tenner on Jordan to win right now, I think you'll get just shy of £30 back. As I say, I think that does come down to airtime though, because Shane is 11-4 in the betting. If you look, they're the top two in the betting by some distance. If you're looking just at the odds solely to win the competition, it does look a bit like a two-horse race between those two. And I think that does have something to do with the, as I say, airtime. The both have been prominent in the early shows so far, haven't they? So if you look behind that, you've got Vernon in there at 6-1. Mo is 8-1. Giovanna herself, I think she was among the favourites at the start of the.
I really like her. I think she's coming across really well.
She is. I just again,
a sweetheart, doesn't she?
yeah. Again, with airtime, I don't think she's done anything wrong herself, but she's now 12-1 to win the show, and I think it's purely because we haven't really seen her do a lot at the moment.
Yeah,
Which is the case with a lot of them as well, actually.
but I love Beverly Callard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she
is. Gotta love her. The thing
yeah.
with Jordan, which is so interesting, I know what you're saying, it does come down to airtime a lot. And so, for example, I think AJ Pritchard, we've barely seen him so far. He's kind of he's very much blended into the background so far. And just to say as well, before we really get going, if anybody watching has any questions that they want to ask Alex, or I mean me, I'm not an expert, but I'll try, just write them in. Send them on. But yeah, so big fan of Liz. But with Jordan, the fact is, I think people, they might not like to admit it, but they're loving his misery, aren't they? People want to see him thrown up on a cliff. People want to see him crying. Jordan seems to be sad. I know, but we're enjoying it, aren't we? We're all sitting at home, cozy in my pajamas, and we're just finding it quite fun to watch some guy off the radio be sick on a cliff.
Yeah, I think we're quite a sadistic now. It says a lot more about us than probably about Jordan himself. I'll be totally honest. I'm not completely convinced by him yet, and certainly as favourite, I think he could be playing a bit of a game. I mean, saying nothing away from him.
Scared.
He's obviously he's smashed it on the trial so far. He's taken. But I don't know. I think on night one he was scared of heights. Night two he was scared of snakes. I wouldn't be surprised if tonight he's scared of Russell.
In his defence, he did say "happy place, says Louise. That's how we get through it.
Yeah.
He did. In his defence, he did say before he went in that he was scared of everything. He was very upfront with that. But this is the thing, obviously, somebody said to him in there, I can't remember who it was, but was like, that's the first mistake you've made, is telling people that you're afraid of snakes and you're afraid of heights. So if any trial comes up that's got those aspects involved, you're going to get voted for, aren't you? Because
this is the question: is it a mistake, or is that a tactical decision he's made? Where he, we look after episode 1, and we saw him obviously throwing up off the top of the cliff, and then we saw his reaction when he was chosen for the first trial. He knows then at that point he's doing something right with the audience. He's striking a chord because they're voting for him to do the next trial. So, yeah, I'm not completely convinced by him yet, and I also think it's a marathon, not a sprint, as well, isn't it? So he's at the head of the betting at the moment. It'd be interesting if he can sustain that kind of character and that role throughout the next 3 weeks. But you think of a show like The Apprentice, you never want to be the person in week 1 or week 2 who's making all the noise, getting all the airtime, because generally means that you're going to be out within week 3 or 4. So it's kind of similar.
Paige is saying she feels sorry for Jordan there, but Paige, admit it, okay? You want to see him cry, don't you? You feel sorry for him, but you're enjoying it. I can tell. So going back to the odds and everything. So I'm a bit of a better novice, so you'll have to help us out. How do you actually work it out? So when you're saying this person's the favourite, what factors do you put this into a machine? How does it work?
It's my favourite part of the job. This is when these shows come around. Because with football, there's a lot more to it, obviously, isn't there? A good team are playing a bad team, and you can kind of figure out who's going to be favourite to win that. With something like this, it is purely opinion-based. So as soon as the names are announced and we get the full lineup of celebrities that are taking part, I do kind of feel sorry for the trader who has to go out and put those prices up originally, because it is based purely on opinion. I guess, you kind of look across the board and think, okay, well, Shane Ritchie is going to strike a chord with viewers. He's definitely going to be there or thereabout. We know his personality and whatnot. Giovanna as well, the same reason she was up there. You think of the kind of people that watch I'm a Celeb and tune in every day. They're going to be familiar with her and her podcast and her books. Mo Farah as well. So all of these names you've got to put at the head of the betting. It's always very close at the start of the series, because we don't want to take too much of a risk on certain names. And then what we do is we basically let the customers dictate the prices. Then if all of a sudden we see Jordan getting backed, then we have to make his odds shorter. And if Giovanna isn't getting back, then we have to let her odds drift. One thing I will say on that is we did, I think we messed up a little bit, to be totally honest, across the board. With Beverly Callard, we had her priced at 25 to 1 to win the show before any celeb landed in Wales. She's now 10 to 1. Again, could be down to airtime, could be down to Corrie fans. And I think we missed a bit of a trick there. So if she does go all the way, which I think she could.
I think she's great. I think she seems like, I just wish I was her mate. We've got a question, anyway, from Emmeline. She wants to know who we both think is likely to quit first if they can't cope in the castle.
Do you want to take that one first while I think about it?
Well, it's a tough one, isn't it? Because I probably would have said Jordan originally, but like you say, he has actually shown some resolve in getting through the trials, even though he's saying he's terrified and he's crying. And, with the snake one, he was saying, I can't do it. But there's some, we just haven't really seen them get the hands dirty yet, So it's really early but people have walked away by now in the past, haven't they?
I guess I think my take on it, I would probably say either AJ or maybe Jessica. You think, was it on night 1 where Jessica was upset about?
She was already crying about her daughter. Yeah, she really missed it.
It's understandable, but also this is night 1 of potentially 3 weeks. So will she be able to last that long? Maybe not. And AJ, again, it could just be down to Eddie's, and he's not really doing a lot. I've seen him carry the toilet out a couple of times, but I don't think that's what he went in the castle to solely do. But I would probably say one of those two, really.
Yes,
everyone's so happy at the moment. They're dancing around and singing.
Yeah, there was a funny bit last night. Kaz is saying there Victoria Derbyshire is fabulous. And there was a funny bit last night where she was kind of emptying out the privy, and she asked Shane just to help her, pick it up, because it was so heavy, and was really quite disgusted.
He said it was like a trial in itself, which I completely agree with. He's brilliant. He's been great value so far, Shane. I think he's probably a safe bet if you've had a couple of quid on Shane at the start of the series. You can expect to you should be getting value for your money, I think, because he will be there probably in the top 3.
Who's like the outsider? So say I wanna make some big money here. Who have I got to bet on, and how much have I got to put down?
Well, now I guess you've got to take a bit of a punt, and you think there's still value in Giovanna, 12-1. If you put £10 on Giovanna right now, you'll get £130 back if she wins.
Right. Can you do that for us now, or can you wait till payday? I don't know. It's fine.
Beverly is 10-1 as well, so it'd be £110 if you had a tenner on her at the moment. Ranked outsider is Holly Arnold, or Holly Arnold MBE, shall we say? Is 66-1 at the moment. I can't see her going all the way. She hasn't really come across that great so far, I don't think. So probably explains why she.
Karen here is saying that she thinks Russell's going to rock it when he goes in today. And obviously we saw just at the end of the show last night that Russell Watson and Ruthie Henschel were going to be entering the castle, and all the celebs last night thought that all of them were going to do the trial together. But what they didn't know at the time was obviously that they were going to actually be meeting Russell and Ruthie, who would be taking on the trial. What do you think is going to happen? Well, let's take a quick look at the preview from tonight's trial and see how they get on.
Sure.
Okay, jesters, you're in position. Any words of advice from you guys who've done the trials already? Jordan?
Don't overthink it. Go to your happy place.
Don't overthink it. Great
Don't
words from
overthink it.
Jordan North.
Jesters, are you ready?
Yes.
Ready. The very best of luck. Warden, can we reveal the first joke, please? And Ruthie?
What did medieval postmen wear?
Chainmail.
That's rotten tomatoes, isn't it? It's rotten tomatoes. So you're looking for
Chainmail.
Chainmail. Barrel number 1. Take the lid off.
Let's go, Russ.
In there is slime. Now you can start looking for the punchlines when you hear the klaxon. Good luck.
30 seconds.
It looks great.
So we have to see what happens there. Can we keep that playing for a little while longer,
Yeah,
please?
you know what? I really enjoy Jordan being like the expert now. He's doing
doesn't bode well for the rest of the camp, does it? That.
So yeah, Jess is asking if we think Jordan's faking his fears, or is he playing a bit of a game. You've already said that you think that he's not fully afraid as he's making out, don't you?
Yeah, I'm not convinced, but yeah, I think he's playing a bit of a game. He's coming across well, as I say, though his favourite. And looking at that clip just then as well, just on the newbies. Russell, you asked us just now, Vicky, for any potential value in there if you wanted to make a few quid before Christmas. He's 20-1 at the moment, and if he has a good night tonight, obviously those odds will change drastically, as we've already seen in the last few days with other names.
If you've got a spare tenner, whack it on.
Yeah, 200 quid back there, not to be sniffed.
Well, yeah, it's better than out in it.
Exactly.
What do you think's gonna? Do you think there could be a big shift in the odds now with these two going in, and could it change things drastically about who's the favourite? Do you think?
I don't think it'll affect the front of the betting too much. I mean, to be totally honest, I don't think the names are glamorous enough where everyone is going to be taken aback. Like, wow, this person. If they would have had, say, Mo Farah go in after 3 days, people would be like, wow, now let's rush to get on Mo Farah. I think in the camp itself, it's interesting, even after just a few days, as a viewer or as a campmate, kind of psychological plot twist now, if you like, of 2 more names coming in, because it feels like a tight-knit community, and all of a sudden the dynamics are going to shift. It's whether they go down well with viewers, and I think it's a great idea to introduce them with a Bushtracker trial, because it means straight away we get to see them probably at their worst points, and yeah,
which is what we love, seeing people at the So yeah, I think the thing with Ruthie that people are going to be very interested in is obviously any Prince Edward stories. She's gonna drop. I think people will be really interested to hear what she's got to say about that. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. It's going to be very interesting. So the show is back tonight at 9 p.m. on ITV. So make sure you tune in to see what happened next in that trial. Also, to make sure you get all the gossip by signing up to the Mirror's newsletter. You'll get it at 7 a.m. every day, letting you know everything that's happened the night before. And also, we'll be live on Facebook every afternoon to chat to you about everything that's going on and what we're loving about it. But yeah, Alex, thank you so much for joining.
Vicky, where's your money going quickly?
Oh, I'm going to stick a tenner on Giovanna, I think.
There we go. Join me. Thank you.
Right. Thank you.